There have been plenty of Justice League stories throughout the ages, from the very first issue in the 1960s to the well-received TV show, and then to not so well-received movie in 2017.
Ride ain't over yet. My man!
Enter Flashpoint Paradox in 2013. This film set the stage for 15 movies that would star a DC universe. Justice League Dark Apokolips War marks the end of the DC Universe movies, an incredibly dark, emotional, and somewhat well-executed end to the universe. Dark Apokolips begins with the League taking the fight to Darkseid. Throughout these movies, Darkseid has been a threat, from Justice League War to Reign of the Supermen. He is the puppet master, causing destruction wherever he goes. Darkseid may not be the most deep and interesting villain these movies have introduced, but he does serve the purpose of being a threat to be reckoned with. Superman is recklessly thinking he can take on Darkseid, forgetting the carnage he can cause, especially in Justice League War. As they are planning their final assault, they fail to realize that Cyborg is part Apokolips technology, allowing Darkseid to foil their plans and cause untold destruction on them and the world with a new form of parademon that has the DNA of Doomsday and hits just as hard as the Man of Steel. The movie then cuts 2 years later, where what's left of the League and the Teen Titans must band together to stop Darkseid and save the Earth. Plot-wise, the movie has many surprises. It takes plenty of risks, being the end of the universe. It has to pull off 15 movies worth of setup, and it pulls it off with only a few issues. The film has excellent pacing, never letting up, only for brief moments of rest, but even these moments are filled with great dialogue and moments between the cast. They all share great chemistry. Scenes with Etrigan are hilarious, as he's really stopped caring about anything else besides drinking, as he can never find a threat worth fighting. And King Shark, a character who was just introduced in this film, but he leaves quite the impact.
King Shark is
Action-wise, the film is excellent, but being the end of a universe, they can cut down as many characters as they want without much repercussions. Probably the single most epic fight in the movie is between Darkseid and Superman possessed by Trigon. Literally a fight between gods. Like most movies involving Darkseid, he will inevitably corrupt someone, but for the first time in a DC animated movie, Darkseid turns Batman, which was something incredibly surprising. It forms an incredibly cold Superman, but also a more human one, as for the longest time Batman seemed to be the one character you could never truly break, but this proves that no one is safe from Darkseid's corruption. When it comes to the negatives of the movie, it takes place 2 years after the fall of the League, the Teen Titans and Earth, but we never really get a sense of how they fell. We only see the aftermath, which robs much of the movie's narrative, and also the impact of these scenes. The film only clocks in at 90 minutes, so there could have been plenty of opportunities to follow these moments and explore them further, besides only giving brief flashbacks to them. Apokolips is a movie full of failures and loss. Failures not of the film though. The failures stem from the characters Superman, Etrigan and Constantine. In a way, each of them have failed, but they have lost so much as well. For Superman, he literally lost the name Man of Steel by being injected with liquid kryptonite, and now he must walk the earth powerless. But even with his powers gone, he's still trying to fight for the good of all humanity. On the other hand, we have Constantine and Etrigan, who found solace at the end of a bottle. Although they don't explore these failings any further, especially when it comes to Superman, as hardly no one takes him to task for ruthlessly attacking Darkseid, thinking himself invincible. Animation-wise, the movie is nothing to write home about. It serves its purpose, but for some strange reason, the paradooms in one scene become 3D models. It's incredibly jarring. I can expect this was done very late into the animation cycle to save costs, but this will not age well, and it just takes you out of the film. It reminds me a lot of Transformers Cybertron, as that CGI is horrendous. Dark Apokolips War is definitely an enjoyable ride, and a fitting end to the current animated universe. Although some moments are glossed over, and animation is hit and miss, it's still an enjoyable ride to be sure. Justice League Dark Apokolips War gets an 8 out of 10.